Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm super excited to show you this 2024 Mustang GT. This one is finished in carbonized gray. Looks very nice, and this is a pretty cool spec. It's not terribly expensive. This one is just a base model with the 10-speed auto, active exhaust, and then it has the cool night pony package. So let's go ahead and check this Mustang out. So obviously right off the bat, the front end looks completely different than the S550. So we got this nice huge grille now with the lower portion and the gloss black. Definitely looks a little bit more aggressive there. Lights look a little bit more tame than the S550 in my opinion. They're a little bit more just normal headlights, but this one, since it has the night pony package, does have the black inlays on the headlights, so it doesn't look all like chrome looking. Looking down below, we do have a fake vent in the corner there. The bottom part there is functional, and then this one, it looks like that one is a fake vent as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then we have the black pony in the front, the new hood design with the cool it looks kind of like the Camaro's hood, where it has the heat extractor on the hood like that instead of the two vents like on the S550. These headlights are a pretty cool design. Stay tuned for a night video so I can show you guys what these headlights look like, because I'm really curious to see what this triple beam design is all about. Coming to the side here, we have these nice black 19-inch wheels, part of the night pony package, and Brembo branded brakes. So no longer do you get that ugly like primer colored brake on the base models. You get a really cool white caliper that says Brembo on it. Really nice design. They're 19 inches. They're 255/40 19s. Got the nice updated 5.0 badge on the side there. Black mirror caps and also a black roof. Sun is at kind of a bad position right now, so sorry about that. Definitely has a cool side profile design there. The back end looks pretty cool with this little deck lid spoiler here. This is gloss black as well, part of the night pony package. And then the GT badge is black, part of the night pony package as well. You can see we got quad tip exhaust on this one, because this one does have the active exhaust. That's definitely a must in my opinion, because the single tip exhaust doesn't look as good. But you know, you can always, I guess, retrofit it later, but then you have to worry about cutting the diffuser and stuff, and I guess that's all just up to you guys. Obviously all LED taillights, the turn signal, reverse light is now LED. So on the S550 you'd have to upgrade that to LED. Now it's completely LED from the factory. We also have rear parking sensors. It's just a really cool design. The back end, I wasn't a huge fan of it you know, when I first saw it, but when it has a spoiler on it, like the performance pack spoiler, or even this one, it definitely makes it look a lot better. And it's not as like sandwich looking as I thought it was before. You can kind of see here in the sun, carbonized gray definitely really shines in the sun there. All right guys, now time for the best part of the S650. And you may be thinking, the Gen 4 Coyote. Nope, that's not the best part. Hood struts, finally in a Mustang. Factory hood struts, they're not aftermarket ones where they're all cheap and they fall apart after 2 years and they make the hood dangle at the top. This one is nice and smooth. Gen 4 Coyote, 486 horsepower and 418 pound-feet of torque. If you didn't get the active exhaust, you'd have 480 horsepower. So the active exhaust does give you a little bit more horsepower. All right guys, hopping inside here, you can see we have an all new door handle design. So this looks similar to that of a Ford Explorer instead of like the older Mustang design. So this is pretty cool. Feels pretty good. And then you also have a physical keyhole instead of having that stupid plastic piece. Checking out the inside, we got hard plastic up here, and it's not the highest quality plastic in the world. It's just, you know, but it's, you know, it's just hard plastic. You got nice like vinyl or leather right here. You got this cool like two-tone cloth design right here. Door handle and light switch, all that stuff looks the same as the S550, so nothing really new there. Got these really nice seats. I really like the seat design. It's kind of cool having the like lighter gray and kind of darker gray and then the white stitching. I think Ford did a good job with that design there. If you guys get the 301A package, it'll have like ActiveX like vinyl on the sides. So if you guys like a two-tone type seat, you might want to get the 301A package. All right guys, I turned away from the sun here so you guys can see a little bit better. We got an all new steering wheel. This leather on the steering wheel, this is the base GT. If you get the 401A package, you get like a two-tone leather. They call it like a 5-piece steering wheel, I think. But this leather feels pretty good. It's kind of slippery in comparison to the Gen 3. Like the Gen 3's leather felt a little bit better. And what I mean by Gen 3 is the 2018 Plus Mustang. But this one feels pretty good. You see we got our drive mode switches over here on the corner of the steering wheel. So that's pretty cool. This is nice and responsive. It's not all laggy, so I really like that part of it. You can see you have a lot of different drive modes there. Custom mode and back to normal. Paddle shifters are now, they have this cool like bright finish on them. So that definitely looks a lot nicer than the black normal plastic that they had in the S550 Mustang. So you got an all new steering wheel button. On this side we have our steering feel. So we have normal, comfort, and sport. We'll leave it in normal. We have our voice command button, and then all these buttons control the screen, so you can go through like all the different settings there. You can see there's a lot of information you can go through, which is really nice. We got our volume up and down there. Nice flat bottom design, so it makes it better for your knees and stuff. Over on this side, the light switch is all new. So this is the newer Ford light switch. It automatically defaults to auto. So if you like to leave your lights in the off position, you're gonna have to deal with it turning on to auto all the time. And then we have our trunk button there. Let's look at the middle. So this is a huge change right here. This screen, looking at it in person, looks really, really good. It's a really big screen. So we can go ahead and go to the home button here. So we have our radio, we have our phone, we have our climate controls at the bottom. This one does not have dual zone, it's just single zone. And then we have our fan speed, AC. We want to adjust the different zones. You can do that as well. So I think this is a pretty nice design. It's definitely a lot more responsive than Sync 3. It's not perfect, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, not 100% perfect, but it is a lot more responsive than Sync 3. And we can go over to our settings. You can see we have all that stuff there. You can change your instrument cluster, different designs. As you guys know, they have the Fox body and all that stuff. It has wireless Apple CarPlay, so you don't have to worry about plugging in your phone anymore. It's wireless. Down here we have a lot more storage space. We can put a phone in this pocket here. It's not wirelessly charging though, but we do still have 2 USBs right there. We have a 12-volt outlet. Down here we have the electronic parking brake on this model, 2 cup holders. This is a different material right here than the S550, so it feels a little bit smoother. Feels okay. No light or anything in there, but we do have the center console that's pretty much the same with the little pin holder on the side. The shifter is the same, but this little notch right here is different. I noticed that immediately when I got in. It goes park reverse neutral drive manual mode instead of going park reverse neutral drive sport. So that's another difference there. So if you want to go into sport mode, you can't just drop it into S. You do need to go into the actual mode here and go into sport like that. LED lighting on the inside. However, Ford did cheap out on one part, and it's right here. You can see this is still regular lights. So that's one area where Ford did cheap out. They didn't put LEDs here, so that's a little unfortunate. And then we can go ahead and check out the trunk. And before we do that, I want to show you guys the window sticker here. So you guys can pause it if you want. But you can see we got the 10-speed auto, night pony package, active valve exhaust. MSRP is $47,105. You can open it up there. Trunk is exactly the same as the S550, so no difference there. And then this one does have the spare wheel and tire underneath, but that is exactly the same. The only difference is that you don't have to worry about scratching up that gloss black panel piece because now it's body colored. So I feel like Ford did a good job with this because that gloss black plastic would always age terribly and you get a bunch of fingerprints and stuff on it. Alrighty guys, the part I've been waiting for. Let's go ahead and take this Mustang for a spin. And the part I'm most curious about is how they tune the 10-speed, because I know in the previous generation it can be a little clunky at times. So let's see how it is. So putting in gear, there was no clunks, that's nice. First impressions, it's super smooth. First impressions though, but we'll see how this drive goes a little bit later. Very, very smooth. One difference is that the hood just looks different than the S550, obviously. I think I like the way this looks. It's a little bit more flat. Steering feels pretty good. It definitely does feel different than the S550. I don't know if it's better or worse, but it feels a little bit lighter actually. Brakes are pretty strong, like they're pretty sensitive, so you barely tap on them and it slows down really fast. Might be partly due to the fact that they're using Brembo branded brakes now, I don't know. Let's get on a little bit here. Okay, that's a miles difference. Huge difference. The 10-speed is a lot smoother. And that was one of my complaints with my 2020, was that the 10-speed was so jerky at times. That felt really good actually. And it doesn't like clunk when you slow down either, so that's nice too. Because sometimes like as it's downshifting, you'd notice like it kind of clunking a little bit. And it's just not doing that. At least I'm not noticing it right now. They say they improve like the steering ratio and stuff, but honestly, it still turns, like you still have to turn the steering wheel quite a bit. Like you can see there, we're still turning it quite a bit. You know, still turn the steering wheel quite a bit, but I think it's a little bit better than the 550. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. It looks like it went into second gear that time, which I'm really happy about, because on the older one, even if you give it quite a bit of throttle, it'll still go from first to third. So you'll kind of notice that kind of lack in acceleration there. But this one looks like it shifted into second. This is just normal mode. So that's pretty good. That's an improvement there. Let's go ahead and go into sport mode. There we go. Let's see how the sport mode performs. So obviously it'll open up the exhaust, it'll shift a little bit later, it'll shift a little bit more aggressively. All right, let's take off here. Really smooth, really smooth. I'm so not used to the 10-speed being that smooth. It sounds really good. Do I notice a performance difference from the S550? No. But does it sound good? Absolutely. It's so much smoother now. Suspension feels the same. I don't think they did any change there. Let's go back into normal mode here. Exhaust gets a little quieter. I'd say, to be honest, like the interior is great, but I'd say the biggest improvement is the tuning of the 10-speed. Because that was the main thing I was concerned about, is just if the 10-speed was going to be smooth. And this 10-speed is tuned really, really good. So let me go ahead and put it in manual mode now and see how the paddle shifters are. Okay, let's go second gear. Okay, we're going through a parking lot, so it might be a little jerky, but let's see. Let's see if we can downshift into first. Oh yeah, huge improvement. Huge improvement. On the old one, when you downshift into first, it would be super clunky. That's definitely a huge improvement there for sure. Alright. Let's see how these paddle shifters are. Yeah, paddles are really good. Let's do the downshifts again. Okay, third gear was a little clunky. Second, a little clunky. But first is good though, so that's weird. First is good. Let's see how the turning radius is. Oh my goodness. Look at this. This is amazing. Wow, that's an amazing turning radius. Yeah, so Ford's always done a good job with the turning radius. And by the way, guys, I do work at a Ford dealership, so we're getting S650s in now. So if you guys are kind of in the Las Vegas area, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to help you guys out, whether you want a special order one or get one off the lot. I can definitely help you guys out with that. But yeah, it's definitely, and you guys can see in my videos, I'm completely honest about everything. You know, if I like something, I'll say it. If I don't, I don't. And again, it's all up to you guys because my opinion doesn't matter. It's all up to what you guys' opinion is. But yeah, look how smooth this transmission is. Ford finally did it. They finally did it where the 10-speed is super smooth now. Paddle shifters were a little herky-jerky from like third and second, but first gear, it downshifts really good. Let me know you guys' thoughts about the Mustang in the comments below. Should I buy one? I definitely want to hear what you guys think. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more S650 videos, night videos, all that good stuff, so definitely subscribe. And like I said, if you're interested, let me know in the comments and we can communicate, and I will see you in the next one.